What does it take to prepare a horse for a $1 million race? Well, with the inaugural running of the $1 million Golden Saddle on Kalgoorlie Cup Day now less than 3 weeks away, we decided we'd drag ourselves out of bed, come down to Belmont Park for track work, put the high vis on and catch up with Luke Fernie, the Prince of Kalgoorlie, who has no less than 4 runners in the inaugural running of the race. Luke Fernie.
Hey mate.
Morning.
All good.
Golden Saddle wise, we're starting to warm up, only a couple of weeks away. Who are we going to have working this morning?
We got Man Crush out there with richest this morning, so see how they go, trying to tighten the screws a little bit with them and see how fit we can get them to make sure they run well Golden Saddle Day.
What kind of work are they going to do this morning?
They'll do a long piece of work this morning. They'll work from the 1,000 and then run home the last 300, so excited to see how they go and lead into it.
When you're sitting up here, what are you looking for?
For them not to be slow is the most important thing, but being strong through the line is probably the key. I want to make sure there's plenty left in the tank for when they get to the races. Let's
rip the band-aid off, talk about slow Bravo yesterday. That was below his best.
Yeah, sleepless night last night. He'll go to the trials again this week and we'll sharpen him up. I think it was more just a fitness thing. He hadn't been seen for a while, and he has been working on his own here and probably getting away with murder fitness-wise, so we'll tighten that up over the next couple of weeks and get him to his best.
And what about from the weekend? We saw Storm Chaser in the Nicopolis. What was the washout from that?
A little bit of work to do there as well. He was a bit disappointing, but I feel as though the track mightn't have been to his liking, and he just needs a bit of sun on his back, so hopefully between now and then we can get him primed and jumping out of his skin for Cal.
So you're telling me that no one stopwatches anymore?
No, I can't count, so it's not worth me looking at them. But we got meters on the horses that give us the data that we need to tell us where they're at, and it'll give us our sectionals to how quick they're going around and give us our heart rate at the end of it as well.
Does it have stride length, things like that?
It does, so we can be able to tell if a horse is sore or not comfortable in their stride, and that shows over a period of time. If you keep collecting data, it'll show the differences. So
when they're coming up here, last 200, and you're watching them standing from up here, you're looking at what?
Probably how they're carrying their head and how the jockey's sitting on them. If they've got a whole heap of horse underneath them, it's probably a good sign, shows that they want to do a little bit more, and it's good to keep them under control so that you know that you haven't probably emptied the tank track work morning. You don't like to let them go flat out track work morning and there's nothing left there on race day. So
a little on the spot live vision of each of them. We saw obviously closest to us, rushing to the bar, probably was the third of them across the line, but he still looked like he travelled up okay.
He did, yeah, and it varies for riders. You've got to know which riders, how they work them. Chris tends to be lighter on them and have more in hand, and Man Crush looked to work the best then, which was encouraging because his form suggests that he hadn't been at his best, but I think being on top of a good track this morning has enhanced his work, and he hasn't been working bad sort of all prep, but I feel as though we've got him back on track.
What about when you come here to Belmont Park in the last few weeks, the difference between when you can get on the course proper like you just did and that trial track, which is obviously everybody's been talking about it being a little bit probably softer than what it is officially always rated at on trial day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's very sticky for him, and we had trials here yesterday, so for the horses to go over it today, they are sort of getting their toe right into the ground. It does take it out of them, and a lot of them do find it uncomfortable, so get them on top of the better going of the track outside today and you see a difference in their work.
And then for the Golden Saddle pair, obviously Kalgoorlie Cup Day, every now and then you get up there and it's sunscreen on, it can be really sort of hard and fast, which I'm sure will suit your trio or quartet when you add in the ones from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think all my horses race better on top of the ground, and we don't have a very good record through winter when the tracks are a bit sticky, and once they seem to get a bit of sun on the tracks, we seem to go a lot better.
What about getting them to Kalgoorlie? Do they all go up all 4 together, or do you split it up and stagger a little bit?
Well, that's the next process, because we're going to have a lot of horses go up this year, whether we put them all in one big truck and take them there on the Wednesday and keep them there for the remainder of the week, or we split it up and the Thursday horses go on the Wednesday and the Saturday horses go on the Friday. That'll be something that we need to work out prior, obviously, but either way, there's a lot of stables there, so we should be able to work it out.
If we put Luke Fernie on the line right now, 4 horses in the Golden Saddle: Bravo Centurion, Storm Chaser, Rissoles, Man Crush. Who's the first one past the post on Cup Day?
Storm Chaser.
Storm Chaser. All right. Thanks for joining us this morning, Luke. Thanks for having us here.
No worries, thank you.
Well, that's a morning at Trackwork with Luke Fernie. $1 million up for grabs in the Golden Saddle on Kalgoorlie Cup Day at the KBRC. $100,000 Ron Sayers Memorial Sprint, Kalgoorlie Cup Day as well. It's going to go off in the Goldfields.